Hey, what's up, y'all? How you doing? This is Nick on the late night, and I'm here to holler at y'all. Holler at you guys about white privilege. Now, I'd like to give a quick rest in peace or rest in heaven to Trayvon Martin, and heart goes out to the Martin family. Now is the time more than ever to start building some solidarity amongst our own kind. But that's another topic for another time. Now, what I'm going to touch on is the fact that in this country, as a black person or Latino person even, you're not giving any benefit of the doubt, all right? You have to have evidence presented either right there on the scene, or you gotta be seen in the court of law as not doing anything wrong. As being picked on or profiled. You have to dig deeper to find certain pieces of evidence. Now, with white privilege, from my understanding, how it works, white privilege is when, just by you being white in America or appear white in appearance in America, you get a pass. Meaning, certain situations, like this one guy, he said that back in the day, in the 80s, when he was in college, when he was finishing college, he had trouble getting into his car. I think he left his car keys in his car, and he had to break into his own car. A police officer sees him doing this, and instead of thinking, oh, maybe he's just trying to break in and steal the car, the officer helps the guy get the car open. He's like, hey, you're doing it wrong. The officer comes up, tells the guy he's doing it wrong, and opens the car door for him, not knowing whether if he were stealing or not, that there'd be a brother. Somebody would look at him suspiciously. They may not call the cops at that moment, but they will look at him suspiciously. And if he's in a more upper middle class, well-to-do area, more than likely, they will stop him. They will check him. They will more than likely bring him in, unless he shows that it's his license to register, unless he can show that the car's registered in his name. White privilege, another example. Say that you have a brother, his name is Fly Quan, or a girl named, let's make up a name. Let's say Shaquanda or something like that. Now, say that Shaquanda or Flytron or whatever name he has. Now, say that they're going for a job somewhere, like for a law firm or something of that nature, or project manager. Now, say that both the black individuals, like say that they have their degrees. One had their degree from University of Chicago. Let's say this is for a law firm, a legal job, and say that Flytron, he gets his degree from the University of Chicago, which is a great law school, and say that Shaquanda, she gets her degree from let's say Ohio State. Or even Florida State, it has a great law school. Let's say that they get it from these state colleges or what have you, right? Great law programs. And let's say that they graduated at the top of their class, 4.0 GPA, 3.8 GPA, just really on top of their shit. Now, let's say good old Todd Mitchelson from New York or Middle America somewhere. Let's say that he went to Harvard. Okay, Harvard Law, great law school. Now say that he barely graduates with his law degree. no honors or anything. He didn't graduate magna cum laude or summa cum laude or anything. He just graduated from Harvard, barely getting through. Now, because of the name, stuff like that, guess what? He's gonna get looked at first because, well, he went to Harvard. That's one thing, and they're gonna see the name before they even read the credentials, before they even read the accolades and what the other people can bring to the table. White privilege will automatically boost Todd into the running off rip, and it's some sad crap that we got to deal with, just based on you being white, you have a chance to really excel in America. See, us minorities, or so-called minorities, we have to go the extra mile. Many of us aren't starting with any resources whatsoever. Many of us are starting from the bottom. And I know there are a lot of whites who aren't balling, who aren't rich. I understand this. You got to be an idiot to believe that in complete in this completeness. In a complete thought, you'd have to sit there and believe that everyone that's white is rich. That's that BS. But by you having a certain skin tone in this country, you're given so much leeway, so much of the benefit of the doubt that I have to work 2 to 3 times harder just to get a piece of the pie. Just to get some piece of the pie. And even then, I'm harassed for it. I could have got my Benz or BMW fair and square, or Bentley, or shoot, the car that I want, a Ford GT. I could have got that fair and square, right? I'm driving down the street. Guess what? I get pulled over. No drugs. I'm not swerving in any lanes. But because I'm a brother man, they see the dreads and I'm driving in a nice whip, they'll pull me over just for that, asking a bunch of questions. I mean, it's just crazy, Like if I'm walking down the street and I have my baby with me or something like that, like, dang, some people look at me and be like, oh, is that his 4th, 5th child from his 8th baby mama or something like that? While if a white dude, they see the white dude with a kid, many would assume, okay, he's probably married, has a fiance, and things of that nature. See, white privilege doesn't come with any serious stereotypes that can hold you back. And what's sad about the whole idea of white privilege is that many people won't acknowledge it. They just run around blind, Some of them, they see what's going on with so-called minorities in this country, and they don't give a damn. They just happy that it ain't them. And what they fail to realize is, if you keep on letting it slide, if you just keep on letting it ride, if you just keep on turning the other cheek, looking the other way, guess what? All the minorities gone. Who are they going to go after? Exactly, they're going to go after the poor. They're going to go after the poor of the whites. Straight up. I'm telling you, man, the whole idea of white privilege, man, giving a certain group a benefit of the doubt, giving a certain group leeway based on skin tone. Movie roles come up. The lead person to help save the world or save a situation. Well, it's always a white person. And I'm not saying that, white folks haven't helped out in any way in this country. You'd have to be a total idiot to believe that. But, in every movie, in every book, television show, The white person can be seen as a bad guy. The white person can be seen as the hero. A white person can play God. A white person can play a king. A white person can play a princess. A white person can play the villain. A white person can play the doctor. You know, but brother got to play a supporting role. Sister got to play a supporting role. You know, the Asian person has to play a supporting role. And it's humiliating. It's humiliating. It's misleading, and it's destructive. It pokes at other people's psyche in this country. Shoot, that's why I don't even watch television. And then a lot of people with the white privilege, they figure that in any situation that they're in, they have to take control of the situation. You know, not realizing that, hey, just because you white don't mean that you'll make a great leader. Just because you white don't mean that you'll make a great judge. Just because you white don't mean that you'll make a great professor. Just because you white don't mean that you're going to make a better businessman. You know? This has got to stop. And in order for that to stop, those who really benefit from white privilege or see what's going on have to acknowledge it and ensure that everyone gets their fair share. You know, if you know somebody's better at the job than you are, don't just sit up there and be like, oh, I'm white, I'm gonna get the job, and just go for something that you know you aren't qualified or can't handle. You see what I'm saying? Don't just hire because of that. You guys chime in and tell me what you think. Thumbs up to Dragonflies in the Swamp. Facebook page, please thumbs that up. Like the page. It's the book that I'm working on. Gonna drop it later on this year. I just have to finish the editing and everything will be all right. You know, check out some of the stories inside that I've posted on the wall of that page. Just those are rough drafts, so just look them over and drop your 2 cents if you can. All right. You guys chime in, tell me what you think. Okay. Rest in peace, Trayvon Martin. See you on the other side, brother. Peace.